I think it was great to see that Nvidia thinks the deal is going to be accretive. That had been one of my concerns. But when you look at it from a strategic perspective, if you think about AI, one of the things that looks like it will happen is that you'll start to see AI move to the edge. And as it moves to the edge, something like an ARM solution is great. Also, ARM's gotten traction in the HPC market. The HPC market tends to be a precursor, or wins in the HPC tend to be a precursor to wins in the general data center. So I think now is a very good time for Nvidia to be making this deal.
One concern about this potential acquisition is about, of course, getting regulatory approvals, and Nvidia is saying in its press statement that within 18 months they will be able to receive all the regulatory approvals pending from the United Kingdom, China, the European Union, and the United States. Do you think they'll get the green signal?
That's my concern. So we saw the Ministry of Commerce in China essentially end Qualcomm's bid for NXP Semiconductor. In this case, you've got, what would I say? You have a worse relationship between the U.S. and China. You've had the U.S. With Huawei take a stance where they are denying that company purchasing products made with U.S. assets. You have a threat around the U.S. In some ways denying SMIC's purchasing of U.S. equipment or U.S. IP. And so I think from a China perspective, where there are potentially some real concerns around both Nvidia and ARM being leaders in the space, that there are reasons to deny the deal. And I think that they have a stake in not allowing ARM's IP to become a U.S. asset.
Matt, I understand why they would be concerned about that, but the question I have is, do regulators in China have the authority to kill this deal outright?
So I think you can make an argument that when you combine ARM and Nvidia, that there are areas. Well, right now, Nvidia has let's call it 80% of the AI market for semiconductors. You can make the argument that if the market's going to move towards these edge solutions and ARM is best positioned there, then you're allowing a company with a significant market share to improve their standing. So I think you can make regulatory arguments. And again, MOFCOM has acted in ways before where with NXP and Qualcomm, I don't think there was a convincing argument made that those two, or that combination in any way was creating more of a monopoly. So I think the answer is yes.